Olson, and I'm so thrilled to be with you this morning to celebrate 30 years of transforming lives. Family homelessness, it's something I knew nothing about 35 years ago. I was aware of people who were homeless on the streets of major cities, having gone into New York City, seeing that man lying on a subway grate, a woman pushing her shopping cart with all her belongings in it, maybe reaching into that trash can for looking for something to eat. But I knew nothing about families. But perhaps I saw them, and I didn't know. The fast food worker who handed me my order as I went through the drive-thru at McDonald's. Or the nurse's aide who took care of my grandmother in the nursing home. Or the security guard at the office building when I left as he wished me a good day. You see, I've come to learn that the word homeless doesn't so much describe a population as it does a situation that more and more people fall into. Last year, tragically, 2.5 million children were homeless with their parents in this country. Why are so many families homeless? Well, there are many different paths to homelessness. For one family, it may be a parent who lost their job or had a cut in hours. For another, it may be divorce or illness. Or for yet another, it may be someone that needs a car repair so they can continue to drive their car to work. But the root cause of homelessness for all families in this country, the root cause is a gap between one's income and the cost of housing. In fact, most low-income renters pay more than 50% of their income on rent. So it doesn't take much to plummet them into homelessness. In fact, for every 3 families looking for affordable housing, there is only one low-income unit. And that pits one family against another in a vicious game of musical chairs that no family should have to play. Families end up homeless in their cars, kids tucked into the back seat of cars behind Walmart, and that's a temporary home. That's why I founded IHN more than 30 years ago. But you see, my goal was not engaging all these wonderful congregations, and today there's 6,000. My goal was simply to find a building for shelter. But God has a mysterious way of working. As hard as I looked, I couldn't find that building. And so I improvised, thinking it would be second best. I said to congregations in Union County, what if we take turns, a week at a time in rotation with each other? Maybe we can do together what any one congregation cannot do alone. And IHN was born. The Y provided space for a day center. Autoland discounted a van, and hundreds of volunteers came out to prepare meals, to stay overnight, to rock fussy babies, to read stories to toddlers. And through the help of the director and volunteers, 70% of our families found housing in just 6 weeks, and we're finding jobs and job training programs. And I soon realized it was the very best. It was the very best. And then Carl Bost and Dave Hogenauer from Prospect Presbyterian came to me and said, Karen, how do we start this in Essex County? And I began working with them, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is replicable. People all across the country care. And so then I founded the national organization. There are many benefits to this approach. I've got to tell you that for every $1 you invest in IHN, it generates another $3 in donated goods and services. Think about it. The space is provided by congregations. Volunteers provide meals, they stay overnight, they sometimes donate services, and then there's furniture donations and clothing donations and even car donations. There's a huge return on your investment. So that's a huge, huge benefit. But There's another benefit too, which is once you engage communities, solutions are formed. Our 220 affiliates nationwide have gone on to create more than 1,500 units of 1,500 other community initiatives, like many that you have here. But there's another way I look at this IHN, which is not necessarily as an organization or even as a program. I look at it as a caring community. And that's what I hear from families. You know, you never know what path someone has walked in life. And families come into our program, and maybe their own families couldn't help them. And what I hear time and time again is people in IHN were like family to me. They cared about me. They believed in me. They kept encouraging me. They gave me hope. And because they gave me hope, I believed in myself. I could hold my head up high. And doors were open. How do you put a value on that? That's how I see IHN. You can't. It's life-changing. It's the magic of IHN. It is simply the power of love and compassion that changes lives. Thank you.